Hello students, today we are going to learn Fiction 4 of Class 9 CBSE syllabus, Keeping It from Harold by P.G. Wodehouse. Let us know something about our author P.G. Wodehouse. He was born on October 15, 1881 in UK. He died on February 14, 1975. Some of the major contributions of our author are The Inimitable Jeeves, Carry On Jeeves, Right Ho Jeeves, Thank You Jeeves. He was an English author. His early novels were mostly school stories, but later he switched to the comic fictions. Let us know about the main protagonist of the fiction. Harold. He was the son of Mr. Bill Bramble and Mrs. Jane Bramble. He was a 10-year-old boy. Mr. Bill Bramble, he was the father of Harold. He was a professional boxer with public name Young Porky. Mrs. Jane Bramble, she is the wife of Mr. Bill Bramble and mother of Harold. She was a housewife. Major Percy Stokes, he was the brother of Mrs. Jane Bramble. Jerry Fisher, he was a trainer at WhiteBoard where Bill was training for the match. These are some of the words which you could find in the fiction. I want you to have a look at these words. So now, let us start with the fiction. This fiction is about worried parents. Human minds sometimes travel beyond the possible and start imagining and fear more than necessary. This fiction is about a 10-year-old boy who defied his father's laws of heredity by excelling in academics rather than in sports. That means he was good in studies and his father was good in sports. This is a boy Harold. He is 10-year-old prodigy and excellent child by all the standards. Being intellectual, he has won several prizes in various competitions. At the age of 10, he had the dictation and spelling prizes on his head. Not only this, he respected his parents a lot. Mr. and Mrs. Bramble were immensely proud of his son. This is Mrs. Bramble. She is the mother of Harold. She has a habit of referring herself to in the third person. This is what Harold did not like about his mother. He sometimes got irritated because she addressed him like as if she is talking to a child, not a young man of 10 years. Not only this, she does not like her husband's profession. But she supported him. Why? Because that sport provided them, that sport helped them provide best education to their son Harold. So ultimately, even though she was not liking his profession, she was helping him, she was supporting him. Mr. Bill Bramble, he was a professional boxer with a public name Young Porky. He was proud of his fame, but ever since Harold was born, they kept it as a secret. Harold was told that his father was a commercial traveler. So at the age of, now he is 31 years in age, now he has decided to fight his last match. His last match was scheduled to held in a week away. That is to be a 20-round contest with American Murphy at the National Sporting Club, for which he was training at the WhiteBoard down the road, and here Jerry Fisher was his trainer. But since this fight was to be covered by all the newspapers, so he decided not to fight even his last fight because he had the fear that maybe their secret may disclose. So he quit, so he decided not to fight his last fight. Because of that, Jerry Fisher, his trainer, got disappointed. He tried to convince him, he pleaded, he cries in front of him, but Mr. Bramble was sure about his decision. So ultimately, Jerry Fisher felt cheated. He felt that his efforts are now going into the drain. So he took revenge. How? By spilling over the entire story to Harold. Because of that, Bill feels let down in front of his son. This is what Bill always wanted to avoid. And Bill explained his child, his son, that he was not a man of wrath. Wrath means anger. Since he was playing boxing, he wants to tell that he is not playing boxing because he is a man of anger, but just a professional boxer. And not only this, he is now withdrawing from his last match also. Harold felt disappointed. He felt disappointed because his parents had hid a secret. They had kept a secret from him. So he felt very bad about it. But the content of his speech takes everyone's breath away. Why? This is suspense. Harold reveals that he was betting his pocket money on the defeat of Jimmy Murphy. Jimmy Murphy was a man with whom his father had to fight the last match, and he was happy to know that his father is a young Porky. His friends would have been awfully proud of him had they known that his father was young Porky. He even requests for a snap with his father to impress his friends. And the result was that Harold Talk encourages Jerry Fisher, and Bill goes to complete his training. And again, Harold was back to his playing games, back to his studies. I hope the fiction is clear to you.